Hey guys, Brandon here with Exotic Cars 19, bringing you guys a video on me washing my Subaru BRZ. I've done a couple videos washing the Vet, a Lotus, SLS, but I haven't done it on my own car, and that would be the BRZ. And no better time to do this than now because I haven't washed this in probably about a month. I like to wash my car probably once a week, so it's been a full month. And in that month I drove it to the Circuit of the Americas on a Texas toll road, so did 80 miles an hour, got a bunch of bug splatters. Then once at the Circuit of the Americas, it rained on me, and then I drove back, and so now it's filthy. Then I drove it to and from Houston, got even more bug splatters, and now this car is really filthy. So on the front, there's a lot of bug splatters, like I said, but not as many as I would have thought for all those drives. And then around the back, just a bunch of like dry dirt, like watermarks, just because it's been sitting after it rained, and I haven't cleaned it since. So again, no better time to wash it now because the guys over from Detail King sent me some products to test out. So let's go ahead and look at some of the equipment we have. Alright, so like I said, no better time to do a video over me washing my car because the guys, like I said, from Detail King sent me these three products to test out for you guys. So yeah, this is going to be a kind of, not so much a tutorial on me, like how to wash a car, just a video of me washing it and testing out these products. So this is the Black Cherry Wash and Wax. So we're going to put that in the foam cannon. It says it foams pretty well. So we are going to put that in the foam cannon right behind it. And then also in the bucket. Here is Final Touch Ultra, so kind of like when the car is already dry. I think I'll look at the directions again, but you just kind of, it's kind of like a quick detail spray. You guys know how that works. And then what is this? This is Super Blue. This is just going to be tire dressing and also for vinyl, so we'll see how that works on the roof. Because my gloss black roof has been wrapped. So that's the three products they sent me. The only thing that's missing from this little kit is some glass cleaner, so I just have some, regular glass cleaner for just about anything. So yeah, I'll have links to Detail King's website where you guys could pick this up. And there's also a coupon code which I'll show now that will get you a big discount. I forgot, I think it was 15% off or something like that. So you guys can go ahead and use that code to get some of this off. But first, let's see if it's worth getting. So I'd imagine it is because they seem pretty confident to just send me it to test. So if Detail King guys are watching, thank you guys so much for sending that. Yeah. Kind of excited to see how it looks. Here we have one clean bucket. This is going to be for the soap and water. That is my clean mitt, and then here's my kind of more used mitt. We're going to just use that for the wheels. And so yeah, we're going to use a 2-bucket method. I only do that really for like high-end exotic cars because I really don't want to swirl them. But I'm going to use it for this case just because the car is so dirty that I don't want to swirl. So yeah, we're going to use the 2-bucket method. Other than that, we're using a power washer over there. So I mentioned that in a video before. Let's go check it out again. So yeah, this is just like a regular power washer. This is the cheapest power washer that's actually usable I could find. It's electric, and I like electric a lot more for power washing. But yeah, just the regular, I don't know, Blue Clean, 1800 PSI. If I find a link to this, I'll put it in the description. But this was $150 at Costco, and I got it over a year ago, and it's still running strong. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and set everything up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have a bucket full of water here, so we're just gonna put some of this Black Cherry Wash and Wax in here. It's already in the foam cannon, so we're just going to dump some of this in here. Now we're going to go ahead and mix it with a power washer. Alright, so I have the foam cannon all filled up with the Black Cherry Wash and Wax. I have one bucket that I just mixed that you guys saw. And then one bucket with just water has some suds on there just because it had some soap from the last wash. The power washer is all set up, so what I'm going to do is connect the foam cannon to the power washer and we will get started. So as you guys can see, the Black Cherry Foam and Wax, or Wash and Wax, actually creates quite a bit of foam. It's very, very thick. So that's exactly what we want. That's just going to take care of all the bug splatters and all the dried up dirt. So it's going to loosen that. So when we spray with just water, it's going to take a lot of dirt off. So that's just less touching, which is less risk for swirls. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit. We don't want to make it dry, but we're going to let it sit right until that point. And then we're just going to go with just water, sprayed off with the power washer, and then go in with the mitt like usual with the 2-bucket method. and then that should be pretty good. So we'll just have to wait. Alright, so we let that settle. It's just about to dry, so now's the time to just spray with water. Alright guys, so you saw that we foamed the entire car, let it sit, and then we washed down the entire car. Now we're going to break it down panel by panel. You don't want to wash the entire car with the mitt and then dry off or wash off with water. The reason is because if you start on the hood and then you keep going back and forth and you make it all the way back here, all of a sudden the hood is dry, especially in today's temperature. I live in Texas, if you didn't already know, and it's probably getting to about 100 degrees about now, so maybe 95 to 100 degrees. And it's very, very bright. So I said this before, this is not the ideal time to wash a car. Ideally you want to do it indoors, but we don't all have that access. So if you can find like a cooler, maybe 70, 80 degrees, cloudy day where it's not drying up so quickly, that's perfect. But here we have to make do with Texas weather. So anyway, so we're going to go with just the hood, the front panels, and maybe the front if it's not drying already, and then we're going to power wash that down and then power wash the entire car just to make sure nothing's drying because you don't want those water spots. Then we're going to go to the doors, and you'll see the different panels I do. But pretty much when you're washing the panel that you just ran the soapy mitt across, go ahead and just wash the entire car again with water just so it's not drying up on you. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I think I'm going to go ahead and break it down. I'm just going to do this panel, and then I'm going to wash off the mitt, and then just do another panel, wash off the mitt, and then I'm going to have all of this, and then I'm going to wash it down. So probably in thirds or something like that. So let's see what we do. Alright, so as you guys saw, we just washed it from the hood up to the very front nose, and I kind of broke it down into just the hood first, washed off the mitt, went with this panel, washed off the mitt, went with that panel, washed off the mitt, and we did the entire front. And then each time I kind of like did half this, and then I flipped the side on the mitt. That way it just decreases the chance of swirl marks to the very minimal. If you got this far in the video and you don't know what swirl marks are, that's just when the mitt picks up a bit of like debris or like bird crap or a bug, and then you're just kind of swirling it into the paint. That's why another note is I was just doing straight lines up and down and up and down. So that's going to reduce your swirl marks tremendously, and this wasp wants to sting me. Okay, but so yeah, now it looks like it's almost going to dry up, so now we're going to go ahead and get the power washer and wash the entire car, even if it didn't just get washed, because we don't want it to dry. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so pretty much every painted panel of the car is clean. It's just wet, so we're going to have to properly dry that, but not yet. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I was washing the back of the car, I only did the painted stuff. I didn't do any of the diffuser or exhaust, and this wasp is still 10 going with me. But anyway, I only did the painted surfaces. Now I just switched from my clean microfiber mitt to my older one with some rips and holes in it. I use that for pretty much anything I can't really damage, like the paint, like swirl marks. So we're going to go ahead and use that for like the body, or the bottom, I can't even talk, the bottom arrow kits. Because this is just plastic, you can't scratch it really, you can't put swirls in it anyway. So we're going to wash the underneath of that. We're going to wash the diffuser, because again that's plastic, you can't damage it, you know, by washing it. And then we're also going to wash clean the wheels with it, and then the exhaust. We're going to, you know, put it in the exhaust and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to do that with the clean one and then wash paint over it unless you really want a swirled car. So we don't. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I already put the more used dirty mitt, we'll call it. It's pretty clean now though. And we're just going to go ahead and clean the other parts. And again, we're just going to keep on putting water on the car each time we can, just so it doesn't dry up from us. And then from there it's just drying and putting the quick detail stuff in the tire dressing, and then cleaning the windows. So let's go ahead and clean off some of the dirtier parts. Stupid wasp. Alright guys, so pretty much the entire car is clean, all the painted and non-painted parts, it's all done, it's just wet. So the guys from Detail King also sent me this really nice quality microfiber towel. If you have a microfiber towel, just remove the tag and just shake off all the extra lint on there. As you can see, maybe not, but green lint is going all over the place. So just take off that tag and just start shaking it around just so nothing falls off when you're drying it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is spray down the car again because it's already drying up with this Texas heat. So I'm going to spray it again and instantly start drying this in straight lines. I know that the proper way to dry it is you put some like hydrate on there or something, and then it dries a lot easier with like a squeegee or something. Yeah, I never really got around to doing that, so I'm just going to go with the way I know. I'm going to go with what I know. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So let's get to it. Alright, so the car is pretty much dried up, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next product from Detail King, which is this Super Blue tire dressing. It says that it is for any rubber bits, like the tires, any trim here, and vinyl. So let's see what it is on my vinyl roof. The directions on here just say spray or wipe on tires, wheel wells, or exterior rubber trim. Allow product to set up so it could penetrate the rubber for several minutes, or for the best results, just leave on there and air dry. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the roof here and just kind of let it, not so much air dry just because it's so hot, so it's probably not going to be all that great for results if I just let it air dry because again it's just so hot outside. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the roof and see how it is. Alright guys, so I just put it on my roof. We're going to kind of let it dry, but as of now it applied really well. I just put a lot of sprays kind of everywhere, and then immediately kind of just like put it in straight lines so it will air dry evenly, but not fully air dry because I use microfiber towel. And I gotta say, this stuff smells really good. It smells like a blueberry slushy mix, and the black cherry soap also smelled like black cherry slushy mix. So this stuff smells really good. So yeah. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the tires. I think, it doesn't say, but I think they should probably be dry when applying. So I'm going to go ahead and dry the tires and then apply it. Alright guys, so I just put on the tire dressing on obviously the tires and for the vinyl. And I got to say, it's pretty good. I get some close-ups at the end of the video when I wrap up. So now we move on to the Final Touch Ultra, which is kind of like the quick detail spray wax stuff. Now this is going to be a true test of this because again, I've already mentioned this several times, it's very hot and pretty much anything evaporates as soon as it hits the car. Ideally I should move it in the garage, but I can't really film that well in the garage. So to test the product out, we're going to leave it out here. And so pretty much as expected, even though I was very quick to dry everything, I still have a few water spots. And so I just kind of went lazy and said, hey, whatever, the detail spray at the very end, the Final Touch Ultra, will take care of it. So let's see if that's true. So the directions here says shake well, avoid spraying on hot surfaces. So maybe I should pull it in the garage and let it cool down. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll just test it as is. Spray mist in sections, rub with a microfiber towel, turn cloth over to buff it out. Okay, I'm actually just going to leave it out here just to test how it is. But just know it will work better on a cool surface, indoors, or just on a cloudy day. So I'm not following the directions, but I still have high hopes. So pretty much what it's saying is you spray, I think, yeah, directly on the car, and then, you know, wax on, wax off, and then use the other side of the dry microfiber towel and wax off. But anyway, we'll go ahead and give it a shot. So it's pretty much dry, so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so I only did the hood, and as you saw, I did it like with little detail. I literally just did half the hood, and then just kind of went until I got it all, and then flipped the towel over and went the other way, and then I did the other half. And I did it crappily, as you could say, and I'm actually very, very impressed. You feel a panel without that, and it's a little rough, and then you feel this, and it's very nice and smooth. And I did it on a hot surface and a bigger panel. So ideally, if you're indoors, like in the garage, and you're using your quick detail one on a cooler day, and you did smaller panels, and it just took a little bit more of your time, I don't even know how great this would be. That would be for a different video if I don't use it all, but I probably won't. So I just did it, you guys saw it with little detail, kind of very quickly, and I don't like touching my car because I don't want to scratch it, but this, I just can't resist. This is very, very smooth. So yeah, from what I'm noticing with their products is like everything is just kind of thicker and it just gets applied a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the car and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, so I'm done with all the spray wax. Every single painted panel has spray wax, and obviously the roof has the vinyl stuff like the tire dressing and all that good stuff. But every painted panel feels so good. And I already said this, guys, I did it on hot surface and I did it on large portions at a time, when ideally you should do it on cold surfaces, little panels at a time, do a little bit, flip the towel over, do that. I'm just kind of lazy, and I don't know if you can see, I feel like I just gone swimming because I'm that sweaty. It's probably like 101 today, I think that's what I was getting at. So, it's very hot, I'm very tired. So there's like one more thing to do. So that's pretty much everything from Detail King, but I'm going to close the video talking about some of their stuff with some closing remarks. But until then, I just have some spray away glass cleaner. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on there, and we're pretty much done. I'll go ahead, go in the garage, cool off, and we'll close the video out. But let's go ahead and do this. Alright guys, and about an hour and a half later, we are done, and I am sweating through the shirt. It is incredibly hot. But anyway, just a couple closing remarks here. I want to thank Detail King so much for sending me these products to try out, and I'm very glad I can say that they are actually very good. Now, you guys know me, this is not a commercial, I don't do random plugs, and I talk great things about them just because they sent me free stuff. I want to be real with you guys and be completely honest. I will probably, when I run out of this stuff, reorder. This is probably the last free stuff they're sending me. I really like this stuff. For example, the tire dressing worked amazing with my roof, the vinyl. You just kind of dab it on there a little bit, and then when you go straight lines, it brings out this black gloss I haven't seen before, and I thought for sure that was going to evaporate away, but no, it still looks very glossy. It looks like gloss paint. Never seen my roof like that, so I'm really, really glad this could bring that out in it. And then of course, like I mentioned, this smells really good as well, so that's nice. And then of course the Black Cherry Wash and Wax. This generated a lot of foam with the foam cannon. Speaking of the foam cannon, a lot of questions, I get asked a lot of questions each time I show this in one of my videos. I just got this from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to where you guys can get this. Speaking of links in the description, I will also have a link in the description to where you guys can go to their website and buy some of Detail King stuff. They have the microfiber towel they sent me. And here's the crazy thing about Detail King. You guys could get anything from the spray wax all the way to a trailer for your business. You could literally start a detailing car business just off of Detail King alone. That's pretty sweet. So just go check them out on their website. You could just browse on their website all day long and not get bored because they have just so much. So literally you could start a detailing company just off of one company alone. Also this Final Touch Ultra, you guys saw how lazy I was when I was applying this. I pretty much did large panels at a time when it's 101 degrees outside, and it was very, very nice. I'll try to get some close-ups and do it justice, but guys, my car hasn't looked this good in quite a while. And when it looked close to this good, I probably spent like 4 hours on it, so not bad at all. So that's pretty much the closing remarks I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Plenty of other videos on the way. I'm gonna go take a shower, so thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.